Welcome again to my channel, Octopus Animation. So this video is to answer your guys' questions. But first, I just want to say that I got my hair cut. I don't know if I like it. And it's red right here because a lot of people don't know that my family started out as an Irish family. So I have a huge red patch right here. Black, red. It's pretty neat. Anyway, so I got all these questions from you guys. You guys asked me the questions over the weekend, and I grabbed them from my Tumblr and my Twitter and my YouTube channel. So I whittled them down to usually the general questions that I've been asked the most, because I get the same questions over and over a lot. I didn't really get very many unique ones, so I'm just going to answer the ones that that I got the most of, and a couple of the ones that were just unique. First off, a lot of people ask, how am I liking it? And also to talk to them about the first class and how it's going so far. So I'm liking the school. I love my teacher. Her name is Amy Watkins Copeland, I think it's Copeland, yeah. So she's always online on iChat, and I can talk to her whenever I need to. Like, I talk to her if I have questions and stuff, and she always makes herself available. And she also has a Facebook, and she adds you on Facebook for the duration of the class, so you kind of know when your papers are being graded, and you know when she's going to be doing different things in the class, which I think is really, really cool. So basically, how I'm liking the class so far is I just dig it. Like, it's very easy. I haven't been in school for 3 years. This is a very easy thing to do and get accustomed to. It's a lot of work. Like, I probably have about 4 projects due a week, or like 4 things I need to be doing that's due. And Wednesday a bunch are due, and then Saturday a bunch are due, which is perfect because I usually have a day off before Wednesday and then a day off before Saturday, which works out great. So I have a whole day to do homework and stuff, or just lounge around and do nothing, which is usually what I do. And then I do my homework the day before it's due because I procrastinate. I got a couple of enrollment questions. I'm thinking about enrolling in the online program for computer animation. Just wanted to know if it's worth it and how to get started with the enrollment process. And there was another one. I wrote them all down. What was the process like, and was it easy to be accepted? All 3 of those questions. It's very easy to be accepted. They are a for-profit school, like, non-sugarcoating it for all the parents watching, for all the prospective students watching. If you have a high school diploma and you have a piggy bank, they'll accept you. Not to take away from any of their I guess curriculum, because they're actually a really good school. I dig everything. I like the teachers. I do sit in on classes. I sit in on classes I'm not even a part of, because the teachers are just make learning so much fun and make everything interesting. So I mean, yeah, the process is very easy. What I did was, November of last year, in 2010, I called the school. Well, I did the chat thing. And you can only talk to them so much about stuff in the chat before they tell you that maybe you should call an enrollment advisor. That way they can answer any more questions other than just typing back and forth and hoping, because the chat takes a little while, because I'm sure they're talking to other people while they're talking to you. So it is worth it to call them and at least get information out of them. And then decide from there whether or not you want to apply. After talking to the advisor, I really liked how they treated me over the phone. I told them straight up, like, I don't know if I'll be able to afford this school. but I really want to go. And they told me, they helped me with a lot of different things. They saved me over $3,000 on top of what they're doing now. Like if you enroll before June is over, you're going to get $3,000 off. So I pretty much busted the bank. I pretty much got my laptop for free because not only did I save all that money, I also saved on tuition because they just kept giving me discounts left and right and saving me a lot of money. So yeah, I do like how they handle things. And to get started with the enrollment process, I just talked to my advisor. She told me to apply online. Don't fill out any of the information. Like, there's certain information you have to fill out on there, which it might be different on a case-by-case basis. But, I didn't have to pay for the enrollment admissions fee, and I didn't have to pay for the class degree fee, which was pretty nice. So, yeah, but I did get a question that kind of pertains to that. Somebody asked whether they want to do game development. Somebody asked whether it's worth it to do computer animation or game development. Let me put it like this way. The degree is 32 months online. I think it's 21 on campus because you double up classes. But the degree online is 32 months. 22 of those months, you and game development, like computer animation and game development students, all take the same courses at the same time. So basically, you're all getting the same background. It's just you decide whether or not you want to go either way, or you're in either one or the other and you go either way. A lot of people do switch once they hit that mark from either or. And the reason why I didn't decide to strictly go game development after talking to my advisor was because I didn't want to be limited to video games. I wouldn't mind making the cinematic films in video games, like the cutscenes and stuff like that. But I really want to keep my options open, so I want to kind of learn everything and then kind of work everything. Like I want to do movies and music videos and, any kind of visual effects I want to do. And, video games just happen to be a part of that. I don't really want to know how video games are made. I don't want to make a video game. No, I just want to make characters and model and content creation. I want to be the backbone of downloadable content and DVDs. Like, I want to be that person who's like, I made that character happen. I made that character move. I made that character talk. I want to be that person. So that's why I chose computer animation over game development. And my advisor kind of helped me realize that that's what I really actually wanted to do. I got a couple of questions on whether or not I feel that it's necessary to learn how to draw or know how to draw. I know how to draw, so I guess I'm a little biased when I say that I would probably expect that you should have some kind of art background, whether you sketch or doodle. You're going to have to know how to make things move, how things flow naturally, body language, expression, stuff like that. You're going to have to recreate that. So I would say that some artistic talent is needed, but then again, they do give you the art classes and you do learn from the ground up. So you learn the right way to do it instead of, those bad habit shortcut ways that you might know now. So I wouldn't worry about it. I would still apply, especially since that particular person is at the point in their life where they want a career change. I would still apply, go through the motions, and, if you find that the school isn't right for you, then you still have, like, a long time before you have to pay any money. Like, even if you sign the contract, you still have, like, a week or something like that to say, hey, I don't want to go to this school, it's not for me, I decided not to do it, and you won't have to pay a single dime, which is pretty good. How much does it cost to have the MacBook and other accessories mailed to you, and how much did you have to pay for the MacBook and all the programs? Those two questions are very similar, so I'm going to answer them like this. I paid $4,500 for a MacBook. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to say, well, I'm not really sure, because I know how much I paid for the MacBook. It was at least $4,000 for the computer and all my programs that are on my desk over there. But that is different by every person in every degree. You're not going to pay that if you're a design and digital arts student. You're not going to pay that price. You might pay $3,000, but it's based on degree and it's based on the time you enroll, because you might get something different than what I have. Plus, I have the brand new MacBook that just came out in February, so they probably upped the price a little bit to accommodate the fact that the laptop is absolutely brand new. Like, I looked on my laptop information, and I'm like in the 9th batch of laptops made is my laptop, which is pretty cool. So yes, everyone pays something different. You might pay $2,000. I paid $4,000 at least. So it really depends on what you're doing, and you won't really know until you're actually going to get sent the MacBook. Let's see, I got one last question. What is your opinion on tuition and fees? I think I did that one already, but I think I'll answer it anyway. Basically, I feel that school's expensive, period. I'm not even gonna lie, the school's expensive. But I really wanted to do this, and I'm glad that I did this. And if I had to redo the whole enrollment process and spend all that money again, I would do it in a heartbeat, absolutely, because I love it already. I absolutely adore this school. And, you know, there are some things that I hate about it, and there's some things I like about it. Some of the things I hate about it is the fact that it's a lot of work. I'm always have projects to do, always. And I have all these programs that I have to relearn because it's newer versions of the ones that I already owned. And there's, you know, different things, like I'm going to get more stuff in the mail to learn the new stuff. So it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of me Googling stuff to learn how things work and kind of doing it on my own. And someone actually asked if they haven't graduated yet, I assume, but they wanted to apply for next year. And I got this question a little while back now, and I never actually addressed it, but basically they give you a few months to choose when you're going to apply. So if you were to call them today and then, you know, want to go through all the paperwork and do all that stuff and do the full enrollment process, you probably would get like a July or a June, July, or an August start date of the same year. Like, you can't apply and then enroll for, you know, 1 year from now, let alone 5 months from now. It's a very strict rolling process. So they give you a very direct date. I was going to start March 28th. I decided not to because I wanted to wait to make sure my financial aid went through. So I'm actually very glad that I waited. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have been able to continue school until my money went through. So I'm glad that I did wait, and I started in May instead of the beginning of April. So at the end of April, I started. So those are all the questions that I got. I have another video coming up soon when I get my books, the unboxing of all my stuff for art, like my tablet and things like that. All that stuff's going to be sent in the mail. I'm like looking at the tracking code right now. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I will see you next video.